Hi there, I'm Aki from Aki Gaming, and welcome to another episode of My Waifu or Husbando is Better Than Yours. Each episode, we will be putting two heroes into the spotlight and see who reigns supreme over the other. First, they will be judged by all of their attributes, which includes their stats, weapons, skills, etc. Then we will put them into a battle simulator and see who's the better one when head-on. Not only that, we will be also giving them their best possible skill build and put them into the ultimate mass battle showdown to see who will crown the winner of My Waifu or Husbando is Better Than Yours. Let's not wait any longer and introduce our contestants. Standing on the left corner, the protagonist of three houses, possesses the crest, the proven professor, F.Byleth. And standing on the right corner, a teacher at the officers' academy, growing up with a group of mercenaries, the tested professor, M.Byleth. To be honest, I'm not a fan of those leggings. Anyway, professor versus professor, proven versus tested. For what again? Who will be crowned the better waifu or husbando? Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to rumble? Round 1, stats and skills. Let's start by comparing their stats. And F.Byleth has the higher speed and resistance, whereas M.Byleth has the better attack and defense. The score is tied at 2-2. Next, let's look at their weapon. F.Byleth wields a preferred weapon called Creator Sword. It has a mind of 16 and accelerates special trigger. During combat, disables foe's skill that guarantee foe's follow-up attack or prevents unit follow-up attack, and neutralize skills that grant special cooldown charge plus X to foe, or inflict special cooldown charge minus X on unit. Wow, that's a lot of abilities. 5 to be exact, and with no conditions. Do you feel it's kinda too much? So, what about M.Byleth? Since he's the male counterpart of the proven professor, he wields the same weapon as F.Byleth. It's a draw for the weapons fight. Moving on, their special. Just so you know, both of them have the same special, which is Ruptured Sky. It has a cooldown of 2 and boosts damage by 20% of foe's attack. If in combat against a dragon or beast foe, boosts damage by 40% instead of 20%. For your knowledge, it's inheritable. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. It's another draw, by the way. Next, let's look at their passive, starting with slot A. F.Byleth has Fury 4. It grants the holder a +4 on attack, speed, defense, resistance, but deal 8 damage after combat. What about M.Byleth? He has distant counter that allows him to counter attack disregarding distance of foe. Why is M.Byleth the one with distant counter, despite his art not showing him having a whip sword? Anyway, so who has the better A skill? According to the ratings from Game 8, Fury 4 is rated 9.9 out of 10, and DC is also rated 9.9. Once again, it's a tie. Next, in slot B, F.Byleth has Wrath. If unit's HP is equal or lesser than 75% and unit's attack trigger special, grants special cooldown count -1, and deals 10 damage when special triggers. As for M.Byleth, he has chill speed that inflicts a -7 to foe on the enemy's team with the highest speed through his next action. By referring to Game 8 again, Wrath is rated higher than chill speed. F.Byleth takes the lead. Lastly, their passive in C. F.Byleth has even attack wave. At the start of an even numbered turn, grants an attack +6 to unit and adjacent allies for 1 turn. Bonus would still be granted to unit even if no allies are adjacent. What about M.Byleth? He has odd speed wave. At the start of odd numbered turn, grants a speed +6 to unit and adjacent allies for 1 turn, and the speed bonus would still be granted to him even no allies are adjacent. So, who will take the last point? And apparently, even attack wave is rated slightly lower than odd speed wave. Hence the last point goes to the tested professor. That marks the end to round 1. With a score of 3 against 3, the first round ended in a draw. So far kinda expected, looking at how they are basically the same person. Anyway, let's move on to round 2, head-on fight. For this and the next segment, I'm going to use the battle simulator from Arctic Silver Fox. First, we are just going to let them brawl with their default skills, IV with no buff. And here's the result for one full turn. It seems both got KO when attacking first. However, F.Byleth managed to KO her foe in a single phase of combat because of her B skill Rough. I think it's fair to say the proven professor takes the fight. Next, how about we give them some skill inheritance? As our usual practice, we will optimize their build for the highest winning rate. For F.Byleth, Creator Sword, Rupture Sky, Attack Speed Solo, Chill Defense, Odd Attack Wave, and a Chill Attack Seal. As for M.Byleth, he will have the same build as his female counterpart. And the result? It's another double KO. Whoever initiates first will be greeted by a Ruptured Sky. However, unlike the default fight, the tested professor was able to go head-on with F.Byleth this time without any shortcomings. Therefore, it's a draw for the skill inheritance fight. And that concludes round 2. By having a point in the default fight, the winner of the second round goes to F.Byleth. Before we proceed to the final segment, let's look back at the results so far. F.Byleth has 1 win, 1 draw compared to M.Byleth, which has only a draw. All she has to do is to draw the final round to claim the title of Best Waifu. But M.Byleth will not go down easy without a fight. So who will be the last Byleth standing? The answer will all be cleared in round 3, Mass Battle. For this segment, we will be using the same damage calculator as round 2 to calculate how effective are they against all the other heroes. Instead of looking at only their kills, we are also going to consider their draws and losses too. And the result will be in the form of percentage. Here's the formula. First, we will calculate the result with their default build. And here's the result for 1 round of initiation. And F.Byleth takes the first point with a winning rate of 91.3 to 89.2. Next, let's have a look at the result for 1 full turn with attacking phase first. The proven professor scores another point with a difference of 2.7%. Now defending first. Here's the result for 1 round of defense. M.Byleth strikes back with distant counter, which gave him a winning rate of 85.4. Moving on to 1 full turn of defense. F.Byleth has a battle rate of 97.2 to 92.1. We are now at the halfway mark and the score is 3-1. The match is still far from over. Now, let's look at the result after inheriting skills. Who will perform better this time? For 1 round initiation, very close, with the male professor having the battle rate of 98.9 to 98.4. What about 1 full turn by initiating first? He equalized. M.Byleth managed to equal the score. What if enemy attacked first? How different would the result be? For 1 round of defense, it's a draw. Both have the same winning rate of 75.7, which means the next one will decide the winner. Lastly, let's look at the result for 1 full turn of defense. 0.1%, only a 0.1% difference separating them apart. With that, F.Byleth takes the final round. And ladies and gentlemen, having 2 wins and a draw, the winner of this episode of My Waifu or Husbando is better than yours is none other than F.Byleth. Whoa, oh whoa. It's been a long time since we have such an intense matchup. Both the professor were neck to neck till the very last moment. So, what sets them apart? If you look deeper into it, the cause is most likely due to the passive skill, Rough. M.Byleth lost most of his points during the default fight and even on head-on. However, with skill inheritance, he managed to close the gap and even did slightly better than his female counterpart with the right set of skills. But That doesn't mean F.Byleth is much weaker after skill inheritance though. The difference is less than 1% in most cases. So, what's your thought on the result? Which house would you be playing first? And most importantly, who is the better F.Byleth? Let's discuss. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe and hit the notification icon to Aki Gaming for more interesting content like this. You could also leave a comment below to suggest who would you like to feature in a future episode. Thank you for watching and hope to see you on the next episode of My Waifu or Husbando is better than yours.